feel that the main reason why it's wrong is because you should lead by example? And in this particular case, he's not leading by example because he's setting a wrong standard, a wrong example, that when people are losing their homes, when people are unemployed to the rate of more than 12% in the state of Florida, probably over 15% if we add immigrants that aren't documented, that people see that he's spending more, increasing taxes, and not changing the methods of his particular administration, the way he lives personally, where everybody else has had to adapt.
Well, we have the example of Mayor Regalado in the city of Miami. The mayor of the city of Miami reduced his salary and reduced it substantially. As an example, the point you bring out, John, and showing what leadership is all about. But you have other leadership in this community. The mayor of Hialeah did not increase real estate taxes. There's 20% unemployment in the city of Hialeah, already a very poor city, as we all know. He didn't increase taxes. Mayor Regalado did not increase taxes. Mayor Susan Gottlieb of the city of Aventura did not increase real estate taxes. The mayor of Miami Lakes did not increase real estate taxes. The mayor of Doral did not increase real estate taxes. And plus, there are other hidden taxes that have been raised. The $5 parking fee to visit a park here where people take their children. It costs $5 now to park there. This situation could have been solved very simply. If you look at the budget of the county, which is roughly a little over $7 billion. I think it's $7,245 million. All they had to do was reduce spending by around 0.6%. 0.6%, and none of these tax increases would have been necessary. That's all that was required.
Mayor Alvarez's response is, I cannot provide a disservice to the public because if I do that, I'm compromising public safety. Your response to that?
It's not accurate. Mayor Alvarez decided to bundle it all together. He didn't have to bundle it all together. The salary increases did not have to occur. And I think our public employees would understand. There was an article last week that the Union of Automobile Workers at a General Motors plant decided to take a 50% pay cut so that 2,000 other laid-off automobile workers could work in a new plant that General Motors was setting up. That was an agreement between union and management. But here in Miami-Dade County, we decided to give everyone a $132 million increase, which wasn't necessary. We could have said to the public employees, this is not the time to come for a salary increase, not when so many people are suffering and going through the type of economic difficulties that have been occurring here. We could have said to the museums who came for funding and so forth, we appreciate culture, we want to support culture, but we're going to have to wait a year or 2 years until the county's unemployment rate comes down and people are back working again. We could have gone to some of the other groups that are not the essential groups that I feel make up the safety net of the community. That's what the mayor's talking about, the safety net of the community. No police or fire or firemen would have had to have been removed if the $132 million salary increase hadn't passed. And 7/10, just think of it, between 0.6 and of 1% of the entire budget was all that was required to avoid everything that this county has experienced as a result of what Mayor Alvarez and the commission have passed.
You've been a very successful businessman, obviously running large corporations for many, many years. A lot of critics think that government runs very ineffectively. It costs more than if it was run privately. How much of that $7.3 billion do you feel is spent needlessly and could be cut back on, perhaps to alleviate some of these problems?
Well, if you're asking me that question, I would say at least 10%. I would say at least 10%. And just think, if we were able to cut it back by just 2%, we could reduce taxes instead of increasing taxes. I don't think that's a lot to ask for from the mayor and the commission to reduce spending by 2%. All we have to do is do away with these perks, a lot of these perks. the commissioner's discretionary funds of $1 million each. That's $13 million right there. The car allowances right there. Cutting back of the commissioner's staffs and the mayor's staff and the county manager's staffs. But there's a hidden time bomb that's going to go off in this community, and that's the debt that the community has, that the county has accumulated over the years. You can't find out what the debt is, John. If you could ask any county commissioner, they can't tell you how much debt this county has. What's going to be the responsibility of the future generations? I was remarking earlier today that I'd like the young people in this community to become involved in thinking about the affairs of what we're all going through, because it's the young people that are going to have to bear the tax burden in the future to pay off these debts that are being accumulated at the present time.